And welcome to another Friday night. This is the pugilistic podcast known as Our Reviews Will Kill You, and we're ready to party. It's Friday night, the night before the 4th of July, so I guess that's the 3rd of July. And it's quite a night, getting ready for some fireworks spectaculars. I'm hoping, I know a lot of people out there. I heard something like fireworks were up 500% in sales. So go invest in your fireworks stocks out there. Anyway, I am the man they know as Z, and as always, we're bringing you this podcast. Well, it's live, it's Friday night, but on a more serious note, just for a second, I'd like to take it a little serious. It's actually a really special week for a member of the OrkU family. And I know there's been some disagreements over just how much of a contribution this member brings and just how funny they are. Uh-huh. But I do want to take a moment and just make sure that we recognize all of the contributions that have just been brought up over time and just how important this person is to the show. Thank you so much for co-hosting with me, Baby Yoda.
What the fuck? No.
So fantastic to have you. You brought enrichment to my life. You've made me a whole person. You've completed me.
Baby Yoda's about to suck my dick.
Scott, how do you feel out there?
Out here, and it's better when I hit my mic. I am feeling good out here in the underground OrkU bunkers. Yes, we are live again. It is Friday night. As always, the chat is up. Doc is already here. Bootleg is already here. Welcome to the chat. Rob is here as well. We're up and running. Thank you all for joining us. We do appreciate you being with us on this fine Friday evening.
So, obviously, Scott, you can recognize the contributions of Baby Yoda to the show.
He's been on here for one show.
Absolutely. I do appreciate Baby Yoda. If it wasn't for Baby Yoda, I don't think our content would be as fantastic as it is.
Nope.
If it was not for Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda did nothing.
Baby Yoda just brings it. It brings the heat, the exuberance.
Oh, my God.
Such a special week.
This is my birthday week!
What?
My birthday, not Baby Yoda's!
Who?
Noob!
Is there someone else in the studio?
Yes! Oh, did you block me with Baby Yoda? I swear to God, I'll bite this piece of shit's ear off. I am.
No, leave
I can
Baby
see
Yoda.
myself. Yeah, look at me. I'm in my Captain America.
You're there.
Just got a fresh new haircut that I'm not going to reveal because I hide my identity.
Even though you just gave away your birthday?
I said it's this week.
Yes.
There's a lot of days in the week, like at least 7 or 8.
I see Ron Cold, Stone Cold Killer is out there in the chat as well. And we've got Baby Yoda, Z, Scott. What a mix.
And me, Noob.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'm here.
Who?
I'm here.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? No, Baby Yoda can read the news.
It'd be nice. You know what? It'd be nice if you did your job once in a while and told us what the hell we're doing this week.
Nope. Sorry. Baby Yoda's the star of the show, so he can, hopefully he can talk. Well, let's see how he does.
Take it away, Baby Yoda.
And Scott, while you're at it, I think you should let the audience know who exactly are they looking at, because I'm a little confused as to the screen titles on our screens, and I don't think I can fix mine.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, boy. Anyway, so the news. Margo Robbie is about to jump on my ship, because that'll be hot. Ozark got renewed for a final season, but there's something special going on? I'll let you know. Joss Whedon is in the news again for maybe beating women or being racist. One of the two. He's definitely a shitty person. Death Stranding is a game that came out a while ago for walking.
And we're still talking about it.
And there was a lot of walking in it. Walked to a new console after months of walking. There's a reboot of a beloved cartoon. I don't know if it's beloved. Okay, whatever. Then there's a follow-up. There's a sequel to Murder Hornets, and it's even hotter than flying sex stingers. Then we're going to give a little bit of a tease to a special edition show that we're going to do later. And then we have a new segment called the Rumor Mill. I don't know. I guess we're really lacking content today, so we're going to do rumors.
Just crazy rumors.
About women and doctors and women, and Star Wars. Because we need to find a way to talk about Star Wars because Baby Yoda is hosting the show. And then we're going to do some reviews of a Will Ferrell movie that I didn't bother to watch because it looked horrible. Doom Patrol has a second season out with, I think, some of its episodes. I don't know. I don't have
Four episodes are already out.
And Eric Andre, a guy that's not that famous, had a comedy special that I think Scott watched.
I did.
I think he's kind of famous. I don't
Where
know.
is he from? Mad TV or something?
The Eric Andre show.
Yeah, but he's from something else. Isn't he on that shitty show that you watched, Disenchanted?
I don't know. Why don't we?
He is on that show.
Why don't we go ahead and get started? And you can do the research, and we can find that out later when it comes time.
Sure.
Everyone.
So Margo Robbie, very famous, just coming off the mild disaster of Birds of Prey. That was a decent movie, but did horribly. And they're actually doubling down. She is getting her own Pirates of the
They're
Caribbean.
going to double down on some Margo Robbie?
Yes. She's getting a Pirates of the Caribbean spinoff with the screenwriter from Birds of Prey, Christina Hodson. So they're like, hey, Birds of Prey didn't do that good. Let's make it not do that good with Pirates of the Caribbean. So I don't know why they're.
I remember that movie, Pirates. Didn't that come out in like 1998?
Yeah. This movie came out a while ago. I don't know why this is making news all of a sudden.
Well, because female empowerment.
Beads?
What? Anal beads?
Yeah, in Pirate, I thought that there was like a pearl necklace, but it came out of Jenna
No,
Jameson's.
the black pearl, which now when I'm thinking about it is kind of racist.
That's not the one with Jenna Jameson.
No. This is Jessie Jane and Tegan Presley.
Oh, confusing.
And then the sequel, Pirates of the Caribbean, Release the Kraken.
Release the Kraken.
So
I don't remember Margo Robbie in this one, Noob. I mean, I am familiar with a lot of these other actresses, but I do not remember Margo Robbie in this one.
Well, because it's not out yet.
Because they haven't made it yet.
Yeah, they have not made it. They're rebooting it with female pirates because that's the thing to do now. Is
she going to take Johnny Depp's role? Are they not going to have Johnny Depp in this new Pirates movie?
This is like a spin-off franchise from what I
You know what? That's what happened, Noob. I'm sorry. I got the wrong Pirates poster up here. Boy. This is a very different genre of movie. Let me go ahead and fix that. This is the one you must be talking about.
Oh.
This is the all-male Pirates. That's the one you mean, right?
Yes.
That's your favorite Pirates movie?
Thunder from Down Under?
Yes. The gay XXX parody.
I do love
that's the one that Noob is. That's the one you're talking about then, right? This is the one where Johnny Depp will be making a return. Actually,
if you think I can see the screen past Baby Yoda, you're wrong. So I don't know what's on the screen.
So all these jokes are going completely lost on Noob's half because he can't.
He's also blind, so
that too. And Baby Yoda is cock blocking me.
Bird Doritos in the house.
All right, well there.
In the chat.
In that case, we've got Pirates 2 is the other joke that we had, and then back to another sexy Pirates picture. So
wow, there's
whatever.
A whole lot of.
So will this be sexy Pirates?
Yeah, that's Riley Steele and I don't know who that is. The other one.
Jesse James.
There we go.
Yeah, Jesse Jane.
Yeah, Jesse Jane and Riley Steele. There we go.
You sure that's Riley Steele and not Tegan Presley or
one of those other names on the bottom of the screen?
I don't know. Riley Steele's in one of those. I saw it.
Did you? But did
a friend. It was a friend that showed it to you, right? Or a friend that told you about it.
A friend. My father showed it to me. Yes, it was bonding.
So what do we know about this Pirates? Because I don't know what you said, but I heard that it's not going to be a Jack Sparrow. It's going to be in the same universe as Pirates of the Caribbean, but not another Jack Sparrow story.
We don't know the details yet. We just know that Margo Robbie has been greenlit as the star. So
and the screenwriter from Birds of Prey is going to do it. And it's a spin-off, so it's not, replacing Jack Sparrow. It's just kind of an offshoot to the franchise.
Another story, another part of the story.
Did anybody ask for that? Like, I just don't see this having like a big fan base. It just doesn't.
Nobody asked for this. Nobody wanted it. Absolutely nobody out there was interested in this, but I guess they're just going to try to milk more money out of it. We thought Johnny Depp was done. We got the chat says that the pirate movies are boring without Johnny Depp, but I disagree. I think Johnny Depp's ran his course, but the rumors are still out there that they're still going to do more Pirates movies with Johnny Depp. So I guess time will tell.
After he got uncanceled because it showed that Amber Heard was actually the rapist in that scenario.
Did the other movies do? I didn't think the last one did that well.
Comparatively, but it still made like close to every one has made close to $1 billion except for the first one. So the 5 films together are almost averaging $1 billion worldwide. 4.5 billion between the 5 total films.
Oof.
So I mean, they do well.
Money to be had.
Yeah, I don't know if Margo Robbie is going to make it. That just seems dumb to me, but whatever.
I like her, but yes, as Doc says, money talks. So
I say
make it.
I say we have Margo Robbie do a Harley Quinn pirate adventure. I would absolutely spend money on that.
Oh, she was an actual pirate.
If the story
Harley Quinn,
if Harley Quinn got to go on an adventure where she got to be a pirate, I think that would be hilarious.
And not with the birds of prey.
The Harley Quinn-esque as she is in the DC cartoons, not Harley Quinn from the movie. Or Harley Quinn from the movie, just without the rest of the birds of prey, because that was a absolute piece of junk.
I feel like it's going to follow the exact same trajectory as Birds of Prey. Harley Quinn's going to be good in it. It's going to be a mildly okay movie and make a decent amount of money, and that's about it.
You heard the projection here from
the noob.
That noob
yes.
person thing.
The greatest thing on this show, pretty much.
Oh, yeah. Then wouldn't you have your own theme song?
I do. Oh, you didn't even play my theme song today.
Did you even get introduced?
No. We introduced Yoda and played his theme song.
I should take your snake bite, you piece of shit.
You mean the one I made for myself because yours are garbage?
What? I make them the same way.
Next?
They're the same.
Next.
Ozark is renewed for a supersized 4th and final season by Netflix. And it's following the same path as one of the great crime dramas of all time, Breaking Bad. So it's being split into 2 parts, the 4th season. So 7 episodes, part 1, 7 episodes for part 2.
I think that's good, though. I think that's very exciting because that means the show knew where it was going. It's not going to outlast its welcome. It does seem like Netflix doesn't just drag shows out forever. They seem to either, want to give fans a little bit of play like they did with Lucifer and give them like 1 or 2 extra seasons, potentially Hannibal. But with Ozark, they're like, yeah, we can make this go 4 seasons and we're excited to do it. I did hear that Laura Linney will also be an executive producer on this. So
will Jason Bateman still be the star?
I'm sure he will.
Well,
I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know. I'm just. Hopefully, they don't make dumb decisions like certain video games and kill off the main character.
I think Scott muted himself.
Scott. Oh my God, Scott's just really shit in the bed here.
Looks like Zoom was just having some problems. Am I back?
You're back.
All right. Yep. Zoom.
We didn't need to hear from you anyway.
Yep. Zoom was just having some issues for a second, but it looks like we're back up and running, no problem. I think it's great. Has every other season has been what, like 10 episodes?
12.
So we're pretty much committed to almost 2 shortened seasons, and it sounds like they know that this is gonna be the run, so they're gonna wrap the story up hopefully proper if they do it properly. So I'll say proper one more time. So
I'm wrap it up proper.
Yeah, I think this is
fully
very, very good thing. Very cool.
I agree. I'm very excited, and I not to get into too much Ozark talk, but I think it's kind of cool too because they like the kids age up and like they don't just try to hold everything back. Like the story progresses, and I think it'll come to a satisfying conclusion. Next.
Okay, yeah. Let's go from a supersized show to a supersized terrible person, and that's Joss Whedon because he sucks.
A supersized terrible person.
Yes, and he's also fat, so he also is just literally supersized. So Joss Whedon is getting shit on again by cyborg actor Ray Fisher, who is slamming the Justice League director for abusive on-set behavior, and he's actually saying other people enabled him. So that's even more damning.
Yeah, he's saying one of the heads of DC, Jeff
Johns, who's like the head. I don't know if he still is the head, but he was the head of all the DCEU movies, which don't technically have a DCEU connection anymore. So, but yeah, he. Let's see here.
I don't think he gave any details. He just said that in general he was abusive on set, and this is, we've seen Joss Whedon's star kind of fall since he was hiding behind the guise of being a feminist, and has turned him. The tables seem to have been turned on him, and he got his Batgirl movie taken from him, and I haven't seen what's the last thing he did. I mean, he's been in hiding. It seems like ever since that ugly divorce he had with his wife, and all the casting couch accusations, and now with Ray Fisher coming out and slamming him, and it's amazing how much how much hate Zack Snyder gets, but everybody really like the actors seem to love him. He has a pretty big fan base of his own, and it's just cool to see Zack Snyder get his justice in the HBO Max version of Justice League, and then see Joss Whedon. They just keep kicking this dude.
Did something incite him coming out and saying things about, like whatever?
Not really.
Like he just randomly was like, I'm just going to wake up today and start saying shit about Joss Whedon.
Well, I mean, the Snyder Cut obviously was going around, and they started comparing I guess, yeah. I mean, it was the Snyder Cut.
It was the Snyder Cut, but there was also a little bit of Black Lives Matter in that, because Ray Fisher was saying how important it was for Zack Snyder to cast him. I guess he was just talking about his experiences as a black actor and saying that Zack Snyder really gave him this opportunity, and he really wanted to. He was very proud of the work that he did, but also was very excited for the Snyder Cut, because then he would be able to get to showcase there's a lot more to Cyborg's story that got cut and lost on the cutting room floor. So obviously we'll get to see a bunch of that, because you could clearly see it in the trailers and some of the other teasers. And then
obviously everything got cut, not just Cyborg, but Darkseid got cut, and the story got cut, and a purple filter was added.
And some purple slime.
Yeah.
And a random Russian family.
The Russians are great. That Putin probably had a part in that.
So anyway, so it seems like, I guess nobody wants to tolerate abusive behavior on sets anymore. And it's just fascinating how much of the abuse comes out of Hollywood, where all these powerful dudes are out there just messing with people. And
well, these stories have been around forever. Remember from The Shining, they were talking about how a director abused. Oh wow, all these names are escaping me for some damn reason.
The actress from The Shining you're talking about?
Yes.
I don't remember.
She was abused in The Shining?
Yeah, she was abused by the director.
The director just played mental games with her the whole time just to make sure that, he got an amazing performance out of her, but that was in order to get her to that point that she was actually breaking in real life. That's how he brought that, performance out of her.
That's good method acting. What's wrong with that?
Well, I think there's a difference between, because Alfred Hitchcock was kind of notorious for that as well. Although I think there's a difference between trying to get the best out of the actors and being abusive. And some of them, I think is it Shirley MacLaine? No, it's not Shirley MacLaine. I cannot remember the name of that actress for the life of me. She played Olive Oyl in the Popeye movie.
Yeah, Shelley Duvall.
Anyway, it's a weird subject, because you're trying to get the best out of them, but clearly abusive behavior shouldn't be tolerated. And Ray Fisher's a powerful dude. What was he doing? Was he, I'd love details. I think we need details.
Ray Fisher's a powerful dude. He's had one acting job in his Justice League.
I'm saying a powerful dude, like he's a big man.
Oh, yeah.
You think Joss Whedon could mess with him?
No, not really.
Physically?
No.
Okay.
You usually don't go around beating the shit out of people on movie sets, though.
But what was it? That's not usually what happens. Maybe he was talking a lot of trash to him. Who knows? I'd be curious.
It could have been a lot of mental games he was playing with him, just messing with them. So it's not good. It hasn't looked good for Whedon for a little bit now, and especially if the Snyder Cut comes out and it blows everything else out of the water, then yeah, let's pretty much put a nail in the coffin for Joss Whedon's career.
Speaking of abuse, apparently Noob likes abuse.
What? According
to sources.
Who? Well, hold on a second. Who is saying?
It's very interesting.
Oh my god, this whore. Okay, so.
Excuse me. What did you just say?
What?
What?
I heard that ICE is making sweeps in the local area, and they are looking for certain illegal individuals.
You know what?
And
that's a lie. My ice is melted. It definitely is no longer in my whiskey.
Oh my god! So you want to slurp up some ice?
Did you not notice how fantastic that drink and Scott's decor looks?
Well, I can't see the screen. What don't you understand about that?
You're that completely? Here, Baby Yoda, come to me.
Here we go.
Come to me, Baby Yoda.
Okay, what?
Demonstrate again, Scott, one more time, for the visual out there, folks.
My whiskey.
Really fruity.
My whiskey is low.
Fruity nails.
What's wrong with his fruity nails?
What kind of whiskey are you drinking, Scott? Jameson?
No, it is a white whiskey from Five Saints Distillery here in Norristown.
Wow. Really? In 2020, a white whiskey, Scott?
It's not a brown whiskey. It's not an aged whiskey.
Wow, whoa. Scott. What, so you're saying, this is what I heard, and we'll play this back later for proof. Mm-hmm. Scott hates colored whiskeys, and he only drinks the whites.
Oh no, absolutely not. I love Jameson. Jameson's a fantastic colored whiskey. It's an amber color,
which is
to it.
Irish and white.
And
so
it's
again,
an
Scott,
Irish
why do
whiskey.
you hate
It's not
colors?
Very good. This is
But it's made by whites.
It's called a white whiskey because it's not been aged in a cask barrel, so it doesn't have any color to it. They add some other flavors to it to give that smoky flavor. Also,
Scott clearly
very
likes
good.
colors because his nails are
Well, he
different
likes
colors.
fruity colors, but the real
Why do you
hard-working
think his
colors.
nails are like
Why?
that?
Why
I
do
don't
you
know.
think my nails? I did this noob because it is LGBT Awareness Month. So
sweet Christ.
we are supporting our friends out there that
Well,
live
technically,
the
Scott,
LGBTQ lifestyle.
you are exactly 1 month behind.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought that was June.
No, wait. This is June.
No, it's
No.
July.
Wait, what month is this?
Oh, boy.
It is the 3rd of July, as I said in the intro of our show.
I have no idea what month it is.
You've been trapped for too
Scott
long,
is too
Scott.
busy
I need to get out
finger
of this
blasting
house.
his Fruit Loops in his ass.
Is that how you got the colors? You finger blasted Fruit Loops?
That's all Fruit Looping right there.
So, yeah.
So, okay, we're gonna
You know what?
move on to
I
an
don't
equally
care.
useless story.
It may be a
Nope.
month later, but I still support our friends in the community. So that's why.
You
Deal
just
with
don't
it.
support them.
I don't care
during
what.
the
I don't
correct
care.
month.
I don't care what month it is. I support them every month,
All months.
That
even
seems
though-
like you're trying to
even
walk
though
this back
I
there, Scott.
don't know what month it is.
Uh-huh.
I have to get out of this house,
Right.
please.
So, should we move on to an equally useless story? And that's Death Stranding releasing on PC.
That is so critically important because do you know now what's going to happen with Death Stranding?
No, because I don't know what happens other than walking in this game.
There is a lot of walking, but
There is.
the best part of games going to the PC platform, at least in my opinion, is you get to see the mods.
Oh, yes.
So what you're going to see now is people are going to dissect the code of this game, and we're going to learn a lot more about Death Stranding. And then you're going to see some pretty funny videos start popping up of all sorts of random folks walking.
What if this takes a dark turn, though? What if because there is a baby in this, right?
There is a baby.
Now, what if, hear me out here, and this is not my opinion at all.
Is this a
is
what
just,
if game?
This is just what I'm thinking that could happen from a dark, tainted individual's mind. What if they put in like a shaking baby simulator where he just shakes the baby the entire
You
game?
do shake the baby.
You do shake the so
There
you-
is a part in the game where you shake the baby.
so this game says it's okay to shake babies.
Well, technically, you have to soothe the baby, but if you shake him too much, you'll upset him.
shake the baby.
Her, him.
So
it.
this game proves that shaking babies does not kill babies.
What if?
No, it does. Unfortunately, it did not work for you, and you're still with us.
I honestly, I
Yeah,
told my
why
mom she
did
should
it
have.
only partially affected you? I was going to go so much deeper than that, and then I held my tongue.
How are you going to go deeper?
Well, I was
We
going to
can hit
go
my
into
wall.
great detail about your afflictions.
I think
Which
basically
are?
all,
And you're-
all he's saying is that
You are handy capable, though. So
I
it is.
am. Yes, I am a proof that Americans can accomplish so many things with handicaps.
it's just
Yes.
that noob. It's just that unfortunately, all you wound up with is SADS, and we were wishing you had SIDS.
SADS? What's SADS?
It's what you have.
What is it though?
Well, let's play the what if game. What if they replace the baby that you walk around with Baby Yoda? Would that make the game even better?
That would make it infinitely
Make it
better.
amazing.
Well, there you go. One mod we're requesting. You heard it here first.
There
folks.
I
you
would
go.
never
We
want
want-
to shake Baby Yoda.
OrkU is requesting some PC modder out there.
Don't you dare! Don't you dare shake Baby Yoda. He will force choke the shit out of you.
That's
Oh my
right.
God.
He will
There's
straight up
repercussions for
force choke a
shaking
bitch.
Baby Yoda. He will force choke a bitch.
Some individuals would like to be force choked. Very interesting.
That is very interesting.
Yes.
So anyway,
Yeah. So that happens. So
well, when's the release date?
I didn't even look this story up because
Oh,
I didn't care.
great.
All right, hold on. So let me-
I'm very excited.
It's not a real story.
What do you mean? It's being added to. Anytime we can talk about Death Stranding, it's a win.
Nope. I mean, Hideo Kojima, the creator of this game, is great.
And so is his game, which is fantastic.
Now for something completely different.
PC release. Let's
It's
see.
a hard one to find.
July 14th. So like a week and a half.
Soon.
Yeah, like a week and a half.
So next
you know
month.
What, you know what's more important though? July 17th, Ghosts of Tsushima. That is going to be
Ghosts
so
of
much better. Tsushima.
Have any of the reviews come out yet?
They actually have not. I've been looking. So
Sushi
nothing
Ghost.
You play a
This
samurai.
is what the last AAA. Is it really
last AAA title? I think for
the
PS4.
PS4.
It's
This
an
is-
exclusive Sony title. So
This is what
from the creators of Infamous.
this is
Sucker
basically
Punch
what
Studios.
Dead Air sounds like. So let's move on to the next
Oh
story.
What do you
my
mean?
God.
We're talking. This is OrkU Gaming.
Yes. Unlike Scott, who has what, a Nintendo Me or something dumb shit
No,
that you
I
don't
have
play?
the Nintendo emulator and the Super Nintendo
Yes.
emulator. I was playing Star Fox.
Star Fox is good. I like Star Fox.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, let's move on. Beavis and Butthead, I never watched this show, is being rebooted for a Gen Z world by Comedy Central.
There's no way that this makes any sense.
This show I never watched it. Was it funny?
Yes, it was.
Didn't seem funny.
It
looks-
wasn't funny.
Absolutely was. It raised a complete generation, is what it did.
Of morons.
Yes, this was my generation. Was the Beavis and Butthead generation.
Oh wait,
This-
was this back from like the 90s?
This was
Yes.
this was the generation that you didn't have to put disclaimers that don't try this at home because we weren't idiots and actually tried stupid shit at home. This is when stuff was actually funny and people weren't offended, and this was old school, just classic cartoons.
Well, the thing I remember about the show is they used to sit around and critique music videos, which is really how they got their start. Although that intro is classic. You should play it for 10 seconds and then stop.
So we don't get pulled like last week.
Yes, we don't want to get pulled. But anyway, yeah, they single-handedly destroyed careers and made careers.
Whose career did they destroy?
Winger.
Who?
Musicians.
Isn't Winger in the Paul McCartney band?
Yeah.
Weezer?
Musicians. No, Winger.
Beverly Hills.
Wiener?
Weezer.
I used to actually do a really good Beavis and Butthead. Oh,
Actually, that's
Heather Beavis.
actually, Z, that's the one thing I'm not looking forward to is that with the return of Beavis and Butthead come the people that imitate Beavis and Butthead, which actually were the most annoying people in the world.
I need TP for my bunghole.
Exactly. That's how annoying that
TP
is.
for my bunghole.
Awesome.
Nope.
I am Cornholio.
None of this sounds funny.
Oh, Beavis.
Ron and
Shut up.
Stimpy? Ren and
Jackass.
Stimpy? Was that a show on Comedy Central
Yes,
too?
Noob noob.
Ren and Stimpy.
Shut
that
up.
was on the same age right there. Ren and Stimpy was another.
I remember watching.
amazing
That was
cartoon.
like more fucked up.
I
Right?
need noob for my bunghole.
Ren and Stimpy was much better, if
No, it
I recall.
No. If
No?
you go back and watch it, I don't know. I don't know that any of those shows really hold up. They're like a time capsule. They're very good at capturing the essence of what something was at that point. But as far as being, you never hear about Beavis and Butthead reruns. No one ever talks about the Beavis and Butthead movie.
Well, that's because all MTV plays is just the real world.
It's
and-
not like,
and
yeah,
the
but it's not like any of the
Kardashians.
streaming services picked it up. It's not like South Park or, you know what I mean? It just didn't have the staying power. It was
Well,
such a time capsule.
South Park kept going. No one kept going Beavis and Butthead. And we're not even sure who actually owns the right now. Although whoever's going to be playing the new ones apparently has the rights. I've heard Beavis and Butthead Do America pop up here and there in conversation. It's not been lost completely, but yeah, it's not had the staying power some other shows has. This one's going to be real interesting. I heard that it's going to be Beavis and Butthead as millennial parents trying to raise
what?
kids
Nope.
in this new
Check, please.
world.
Check, please.
I'm good. Although apparently Beavis and Butthead was revived briefly before for 22 episodes in 2011.
Yeah, it didn't
So-
last very long.
Although I just looked at this. In 1996 was when their movie came out. And then 1997 was when South Park got released. So did they actually spawn South Park?
I would say the irreverent humor definitely, they're like one of those shows that was highly influential that people just don't talk that much about. I would say Ren and Stimpy had more of a cultural impact than Beavis and Butthead. They're so connected to the music of that time that it's really hard to remove them from where they were. Do you know what I mean? Because it's such a cultural touchstone. So I don't know. I think Mike Judge, talented voice actor. I don't know. He also did King of the Hill. And the last show he just did, I think he did a new show. I don't know how good that did. So
We're just going to see what happens. When it comes out, we'll watch it and we'll have to make a judgment call then and see what happens. Maybe
Well, see, Bootleg is pointing out, maybe they'll mock music videos on YouTube, but maybe they should just mock YouTube videos because, is there music anymore? When was the last time anybody could talk about like a good new band or?
No, there's not really any. Every now and then you'll have an artist will come out and they'll have 3 songs and then they'll just fall kind of drip into the ether a little bit. There's music videos pop up, but yeah, only on YouTube do you really see them. You don't really see them anywhere else. Is VH1 even still a thing?
No, VH1 is not a show.
So yeah,
it's not even a channel.
MTV just keeps playing Kardashians, and music videos only get played on YouTube. So
technically, the Kardashians, I think, are they on E?
Entertainment news.
So Scott really is out of touch.
Yes.
It just goes to show I never watched the Kardashians.
Is MTV even a channel? Like, I think they have teenage. What do they call those? Teenage
Mutant Ninja Turtles?
No, teenage mutant mommies.
What?
Do they have the teen moms? Isn't that their thing?
Oh yeah,
Teenage Mutant Ninja Moms.
Teen Moms is in MTV. No, is that the Travel Network? No, that's not
it's
that
definitely
doesn't make
MTV. And
sense.
I heard they're gonna have a revisit of the Jersey Shore.
Oh dear God!
Oh, my God.
Didn't like 3 of them OD on their life sucking?
No, I know one of them went to jail.
Snooki got fat and ugly. Well, she was always fat. And ugly.
Doc says yes.
Doctor says yes. So all of her information has been correct, which is good enough for us.
All of it.
We
yes.
can now move
Doc
on.
fact checked all of it and
Or
says yes.
you know what they should
And
do?
yes.
Jersey Shore gets COVID and they all die in the finale.
Oh, we can only hope.
That'd be great.
MTV and VH1 are still channels. Wow.
They are channels.
Let's be curious.
VH1 Behind the Music. I used to watch that when I was like 3.
Yeah, but who would they talk about?
I don't know. Pearl Jam,
Behind the Music of Pearl Jam.
Anal Bee Jam. I don't know.
Okay, what's next?
So now that's it for the news. This is a sort of fake news. Rumor mills. We're doing rumor mills now.
Ooh,
Sure.
Are you excited, Scott, for my wild and crazy rumors that are going around on the internet?
They're not that crazy.
They're a
So
little crazy.
wild and crazy that I didn't bother making a sounder for you.
Well, you don't need a sounder, but we could at least.
You could have at least played the Doctor Who theme song.
We could. No, I don't want to get pulled.
Things that might not be true, but we're gonna say they are.
No, I thought you can play theme songs and not get pulled. No,
I don't know.
is that another thing?
Just sing it. Go woo.
Yeah, that's Doctor. I really do need to watch Doctor Who again. It's a good show.
The female Doctor Who.
I haven't watched that. I stopped with 12th Doctor. What the hell is this? Peter Capaldi. Anyway, so Doctor Who, speaking of female doctors, apparently there's a rumor that the female doctor and the female showrunner are leaving.
Female showrunner.
Right?
No, it's a male showrunner.
Male showrunner. Oh my God, maybe they're...
Who's the showrunner? Find it out.
What?
God
Noob, are you so sexist that you just think all the females are leaving and that's it?
No, the best news that I Googled Doctor Who and all the news that's coming up is much better than this stupid rumor.
This rumor is from Gary from Nerdrotic. So he got it from, he has a source apparently inside the BBC, and other channels have reported this too. Again, it's just a rumor, so it could take it with a grain of salt.
Hold on. Why does big black cocks have anything to do with...
They do not.
With Doctor Who. Oh my God, did she leave because she's getting too many big black cocks?
Is this a joke?
What?
No, it's not a joke. This is serious. You just said BBC. That's a porn thing.
Oh, no.
That's not a porn thing.
No.
Oh wow, that was
that was such a bad joke, dude. Could you
so
have like one of those?
bad.
I didn't say. I was serious.
Baby Yoda, thank you for the better jokes.
That was
such
I was
a
being
terrible
inquisitive.
joke. That was
Nope. Okay.
Wow.
literally one of the worst jokes you've ever tried to even
Great.
crap your way through.
Yikes.
That was just garbage.
Anyway, continue.
So anyway, because I want to give credit where credit's due. I got my source was Gary from Nerdrotic, and what he said, he projected who the new showrunner. His source had told him all sorts of information about this upcoming season, where yes, they were going to have a female doctor, yes, they were going to have the showrunner that they selected, and yes, they were going to rewrite Doctor Who's origin story, which they did all those things. So his source was right, 3 for 3. Now, based on the ratings, apparently the ratings for the last episode, what's it called? Something Children?
Children.
Scott, you watched it.
Yeah, I can't remember. It was the children of the Who or something. I don't know.
Yes. So anyway,
that's
last episode
where they dropped this huge bomb and it pissed off a lot of people.
Yes, that episode only had, I think it was an average of and this is in the UK, 4.1 average users. viewers down from, I think, at a peak 7 million. So they lost like 20 or 30% of their audience. There's another channel you can check out, The Quartering, that has a much better breakdown of all this. But essentially, the ratings were so bad, they have no choice other than to move on from this doctor and the showrunner because the ratings are just so abysmal. They are finishing another season, but according to rumors, they are looking for a new doctor to take over.
Well, I mean, that's kind of the thing that happens with the doctors is, you know, they each have their own little time and they move on. It's
two
not,
seasons?
It's not. Some have been 2, some have been more. It's always back and forth. The problem is, it's not Jodie Whittaker. It's the writers this season. It's the showrunner. It's the people that have been putting this stuff together. A lot of people have been complaining that this doctor is very like too woke, or like that the themes are just too close to home. They're too hitting on the head when it comes to like racism and like life and what's going on in the world right now. When you have the doctor staring at the screen and saying, "And if we continue to pollute, we will become the extinct species on this planet." Shut the fuck up. Just fight a Dalek. You can have a story about how we're polluting the planet, how horrible the human race is, but you don't need the doctor to stare in the screen this close to you saying, "You people are horrible as a human species." It's stupid, and that's the reason the show's been going downhill.
And I think the other thing too, just to point out before we move on, is that I think it's Jeremy from The Quartering. Anyway, he broke it down, and he was saying that of the top 10 lowest rated Doctor Who episodes out of all 21 seasons, or whatever the amount of seasons there are of Doctor Who, he said 6 of the of the top 10 were all from this last season with Jodie Whittaker. So
It's the writing's been horrible, because I like Jodie Whittaker as a doctor. I think that her charisma is great. I think she plays a good character. Once you
like how she handles that screwdriver.
Once you figure out
sonic screwdriver.
The sonic screwdriver. Once you figure out what she's saying, it's real. She's fun, but the writing's been horrible.
Interesting that you say it's a female with a sonic screwdriver.
Oh my god! Oh, that's a vibrator. Oh boy.
See, that's how you set up a joke, No.
Yeah. Woo! It still wasn't that funny.
I mean, it wasn't a great joke, but it's still better than your joke.
No, my jokes are always better than your jokes. Anyway, the big Doctor Who news is that David Tennant is returning, and he is the 10th Doctor, the best Doctor, and he is returning for a special alongside River Song. So, if people are a fan of David Tennant's Doctor, they can look forward to that. Yeah, I'll watch that part. I won't watch the female Doctor though. Anyway. Let's move on to other stupid stories. That is Kathleen Kennedy, who apparently is part of Star Wars, I think. She is getting erased by Jon Favreau.
Not by Jon Favreau.
Not by Jon Favreau. I made that up.
Here is another internet rumor, and I think this one, I'm going to say that the source on this one was Doomcock. I'm not 100% sure that Doomcock was the one who broke the original story, but I'll give him some credit for it. Another great YouTube channel to check out. So there is a strong rumor out there that the entire Kathleen Kennedy run of the new Star Wars movies, episodes, 7, 8, 9? They will all be written out of canon, and they will be jettisoning that entire run, and they're going to redo it as something completely different. So none of it's in canon. It was an alternate universe.
What?
Apparently, they're saying that Emperor Palpatine has the ability to run. There's something with mirrors. There's some powerful force mirror that he controls, which they already set up in the Skywalker Rises. What the hell was that one called?
Rise of the Skywalker. Rise of Skywalker.
What they're saying is that Doctor Strange will be showing up in the mirror dimension and will be taking Darth Vader into another universe where he will battle Dormammu.
And Palpatine will create the Star Point Paradox.
Yes.
And reset the world.
The what?
Instead of Flashpoint Paradox, Star Point Paradox.
Star Wars
that's
Point
actually
Paradox.
Well played.
Well, so that's the other crazy rumor is that Kathleen Kennedy, all of her work will be undone, and we will never have to watch those abysmal movies ever again.
Well, I mean, we never have to watch them now when it comes down to it. No one's forcing you to watch them.
Someone did tie me up and make me watch that movie.
Star Wars, what? The Last Jedi?
He who was going to boycott Star Wars and went and watched it anyway because someone else bought a ticket.
I said I would not spend my money on those movies, and I stuck to my guns. Next, or is that the end of our wild and crazy rumors?
That's it. Both those rumors were really stupid.
No, they weren't stupid. They're amazing rumors.
Let's never do that again.
No, absolutely not. Those are some wild and crazy rumors.
Thank
you to the other YouTube channels for breaking that news that we just
stole.
Wasn't there a story? Yes. Wasn't there a story about some cannibal rats?
Oh yeah,
Cannibal Rats. Yeah, Murder Hornets have a sequel, and that's Cannibal Rats.
Noob. Way to totally miss that one.
Yeah, I was too stupefied by your rumors.
My rumors were amazing, and you are just stupefied in general.
Cannibal Rats. Let's Google Cannibal Rats and see what comes up.
I got one on the screen right there.
CDC warns against aggressive cannibal rats facing shortage of dick.
Of what?
Shortage of garbage to eat. Nope, not dick.
So they're leaving Noob's house because
the dick is too small.
All his garbage and his dick
is too small.
Officials say rats have resorted to open warfare and eating their young as closures reduce edible waste. Oh my God.
That's actually
what?
So we're going to be talking Doom Patrol here in a little bit, but there is a scene in Doom Patrol in one of the new episodes where something completely fucked up like that happens with a rat eating one of its babies. And
yes,
it's just been a great season. Looking forward to that discussion in a few minutes.
Wow.
So are you what scares you more? Actually, maybe we should ask the chat or ask in comments. Let us know what scares you more, murder hornets or cannibal rats?
Cannibal rats. For sure, cannibal rats.
So how does that scare you more?
Okay, well here's a scenario. What if you woke up and you're in a deep sweat and you look down and there's just a rat just eating away at your dick? Just completely devouring it. It leaves your balls alone, but your dick is just gone. You're just a dickless, two-balled man with nowhere to ejaculate.
Is this a real life scenario that already happened to you?
This is what? No,
because your house is filled with garbage.
Well, sometimes depending on who's visiting.
We have breaking news. We're going to congratulate Doc, who jumped into the chat and identified the rat on screen as the rat from The Princess Bride. Congratulations to Doc. You win.
What's the acronym?
Nothing.
He wins the pride of being the man who has the info. What do they call those? The rodents of unusual size?
Yes.
They have
rodents of unusual size.
Is that what they call them? There's like an acronym for them.
There was a name for them.
And that's such a great movie.
What movie?
You don't see that It's Princess Bride. That's from The Princess Bride.
Oh, I can't see the screen with Baby Yoda.
You are so blind.
Baby Yoda's cock blocking. Oh my God, that is an aggressive mouth. Wow.
Baby Yoda.
God.
Relax.
They would use teeth on that blowjob for sure.
Don't mess with him. Don't mess with him.
Yeah.
Don't even look at him. He's just disgusting.
I'm going to cut a hole.
He's the equivalent of a cannibal rat.
Oh my God.
Actually, I think they were just called Rouse. Rouses.
Rouse?
Yeah,
Rouses. Rodents of unusual size?
Yeah, rodents of unusual size. Rouses.
Yes.
Okay.
So Noob's vote is cannibal rats.
Cannibal rats for sure.
Okay. Well, if you want to tell us what you're more afraid of, murder hornets or cannibal rats, please.
That's our new YouTube conversation. Hop on over. If you're listening to us on iTunes or Stitcher or Google Play, jump over to the YouTube channel, jump into this episode 148, down in the comment section, join the conversation. What scares you more, killer hornets or murder rats?
I think there's two comments in the chat that I would like to comment on. First is Ron Cold with killer hornets. On some level, I agree with Ron because they could fly. I mean, rats are just on the ground, but hornets, they can fly. They're coming after you. You can't stop them. They're coming. And then I also agree with Doc because Doc says noob. How would you like to wake up in the morning and see a noob gnawing on your cock?
I've done that. That's terrifying. I mean,
yes, please. God, Scott is so sweaty in the mornings, especially in August.
Doc says so far noob is winning as the most horrific
So
thing.
there we go. So we'll add to that. So go jump into our YouTube chat with episode 148 and let us know. Let's get the conversation rolling. Murder hornets, cannibal rats, or noob noob? What is more terrifying?
Tough choice.
Tough choices.
I'm gonna make a cannibal rat eat dog. Cannibal rat eat Doc's dick. Yeah.
I don't know how you're going to do that.
Oh,
but sure.
I'm gonna train them for years.
Like you trained the ponies.
You're gonna go to work not knowing when crawl up your leg, let your anus. Every time you take a shit, you might be like, "Oh my god, is there a rat in the toilet waiting for me?" Doc, yo, yeah, that's right. Live in fear, my friend.
My shiny metal ass!
We gonna go to reviews?
Yes, Scott says we're going to reviews.
We are. So there's apparently a movie that looks horrific, and it's called Eurovision Song Contest.
What do you mean looks horrific?
Looks horrific. Eurovision Song Contest, the story of Fire Saga. And I think it's Netflix. It is a Netflix exclusive, starring Will Ferrell and Rachel McAdams. And apparently they sing. And there's fire. And possibly a contest.
Yes, that's one of the songs. I watched this, and while I'll say it's not one of Will Ferrell's best, I actually think I enjoyed it. It was a little long, but it wasn't too bad. It was not very funny, but it's kind of like a touching. It's a very kind of like if you want
movie?
a positive, just kind of amusing, fun distraction movie. This was not too bad. There's some commentary I want to make about it. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the Rotten Tomatoes and the critic consensus?
So the critic consensus is Eurovision Song Contest, the story of the Fire Saga, contained inspired ingredients and laugh out loud moments. That seems suspicious. But they're out. Okay. But they're outnumbered by the flat stretches in this overlong comedy. So basically what you just said. And the tomato meter, 64%. Audience score, a lot better, at 81%.
It is I think it's the number one movie on
It's because
Netflix
there's nothing
right
to
now.
watch. That's it. That's the only reason.
Well, guess what? I'll take anything at this point. It's about two songwriters who are from Iceland, and they're going to compete in this thing I've never heard of before called Eurovision, which I guess is like almost like Europe's Got Talent. I don't know. It's
American Idol for Europe?
Not quite. All the countries submit acts, and then the acts compete to win the title of best song in Europe or something like that. And it's a tradition that's been going on for like 30 or 40 years or something. I don't know. It was a little outside of my wheelhouse.
Does Rachel McAdams
So it's been
show
going
up?
on. So it's been going on over there for how long? And American Idol just started in the last couple years.
No, American Idol's been around for like 14 years, bro.
It's been, I think, more than 14 years, but...
Look it up. Are you saying they took our germs?
Fuck.
They took our games.
American Idol. Pierce Brosnan and Demi Lovato are in this, though.
Yes,
That's
Pierce
fun.
Brosnan and Demi Lovato are in it.
Doc says it's a snoozer.
It's just
because Doc is on drugs at all times.
Doc is
Doc just eats fucking drugs for breakfast. Instead of Fruit Loops, cocaine puffs.
cocaine puffs.
Yeah. Anally injected. 2002, 18 seasons for American Idol, just in case anyone
18
cared.
years of a.
Oh my
Oh my
God.
god! So American Idol is now legal. I could fuck American Idol and not go to jail.
Wow.
I guess you could.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to go to jail anyway.
Well,
So is this?
I
So
just think
so is this like Blades of Steel but for singers?
that's
it's
Balls of Fury,
along
isn't it?
those lines,
Or
where
Blades of Glory.
It's like an underdog competition story. Clearly, Will Ferrell is singing. Clearly, Rachel McAdams is not. Here's one thing I just want to say about this movie, and we can move on. I felt like it was a movie that was designed for Will Ferrell to have a really nice vacation in Iceland.
Did they actually film in Iceland?
It looks like they did. And the one thing I thought that was really kind of disrespectful to Iceland, because I'm actually a big fan of music from Iceland.
The Viking chants?
No.
No.
You know, Bjork and Sigur Rós, and there's a whole bunch of really great Icelandic acts. Even some relocates like Low Roar. Just some amazing. Iceland has produced some of the most amazing voices in the world. And here they're like embarrassed because they don't have any good acts that can compete in Eurovision. And I just thought that was like a little silly. Although for some reason towards the end of the movie they play a Sigur Rós song, so I don't know. I just thought it was kind of disrespectful to them, to Iceland in some way, which was kind of stupid and just an excuse for Will Ferrell to have a good vacation.
And I don't think you're alone on that. I think I do remember seeing an article somewhere about the people being pissed off about this movie for some reason. I didn't read it, so I can't bring you any details. But
I mean, I'm not like super angry. I just think it's ignorant of him to disrespect the musical history of Iceland that's had, like, you know, Jonesy, who is the lead singer of Sigur Rós, has like one of the greatest albums ever written. And I don't understand why they just act like they don't have any good musicians there. I don't know. It was interesting though. It wasn't great. It was nice. If you're looking for like kind of a family friendly type movie that you don't have to think too hard about, go ahead and check it out.
Sounds like fun on the bun.
Exactly. Fun on the bun.
I'm not going to watch it. But what I would watch if I had a subscription that someone would give me would be Doom Patrol, which is getting rave reviews for its second season. That's being released in parts, by the way.
Not parts. It's just episodic.
Oh,
just like Stargirl. It comes out once a week,
which is well played. It keeps you from like, you know, binge watching the entire thing, which, you know, it definitely slowed me down. Thank you for that. They did release the first 3 episodes right away. The 4th episode released today. I watched it. Wow. They've come back strong. It's been a good, like, if you enjoyed Doom Patrol first season because of how far-fetched it was and how weird it was and how screwed up some of the stuff they did was, they definitely have kept going with this season, and they're shooting above the bar.
Yeah, it is definitely one of the top tier DC shows, right up there with Harley Quinn. I think it's definitely very, very good. It's more about like emotional trauma than anything else, and it's fascinating because like people don't just get fixed in the show. You know, they have character arcs where you would think like, oh, you resolved your character arc and it's over. No, they still feel the trauma of what they went through. So I think that's fascinating. I think the special effects are pretty darn good. There's a little too much CGI at points, but they do use really great practical effects too, which I think is awesome.
They never, and that's, I mean, I think that's the reason why they're called the Doom Patrol, is because it just doesn't matter. They always get shit on every single time, and even though they might win, they still just keep getting shit on over and over and over again. And it definitely works for these characters. And I'll tell you what, if you start this next season, you get to see episode number 4. There's some fucked up things that happens with a newborn baby that I could not tell you about, but holy shit.
Is that Sex Patrol with Flex Mentallo?
Yes, with Flex Mentallo comes in with Sex Patrol. It is a weird concept, and yeah, it's funny. It's funny. It's inappropriate. It's funny. I think it's absolutely the kind of show that we've been missing.
This might be another reason to get HBO Max, since Doom Patrol is now going to be streaming on HBO Max in conjunction with DC streaming. So they should just basically merge already.
So is Harley Quinn. The first 2 seasons will also be migrating over to HBO Max.
And that is interesting. Harley Quinn's on HBO Max. Doom Patrol's on HBO Max. So HBO Max seems like a very good platform to have. But at the same time, Stargirl and some other things are like over at CW. And you still have all the movies. I just watched Superman Red Sun, which I remember our conversation about that. That was very weird. But that's over on DC Universe as well. So DC Universe is still a very good app to have, and it's not that expensive.
And just to point out as well, HBO Go, they're retiring their app as if HBO could make it any more confusing. So if you are an HBO Go subscriber or an HBO subscriber in general, you will have to convert over by July 31st to HBO Max. So you're not going to have a choice. It's just going to be HBO Max or nothing. So just a little tip out there for you folks.
Basically all they did was realize that, you know, HBO Go became HBO Max.
Essentially, yes.
Right. And then DC streaming is going to eventually merge into HBO Max. And then HBO Max will actually be a good content provider.
They really should just, I mean, I hate to say it because I do like DC streaming because it's got like an encyclopedia. So it's cool because you can look at the comic book influence to the Doom Patrol. Like if I wanted to learn more about the Dorothy character that they added. They show you everything and give you an idea of who some of these characters are that you might want to learn a little bit more. So you can go back, like for comic book fans, the DC app is really cool. I really do like it. So I think there's some value to it there. Look how sexy that is.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I mean,
Sex Patrol.
It is. If you look at the app here, you have a ton of good stuff here, with Stargirl to the originals. All the comics are there. If you're on our YouTube channel, you can see.
Goodbye DC Daily.
You can see what we have.
Got canceled. We did break that story.
You can also
last week
see what my
3 weeks ago.
You can also see what my ID number is, because I didn't think about that. But oh well, I don't think that'll get me.
Oh my God! Hide your number.
Hide my number.
Oh boy.
And your login, and your credit card, and your username, and your password, and your social.
DC, goodbye that. But you got all the comics are on here. You got all types of news and stuff, new characters, backstories. There is a ton of info going on here. They have the rewards program, which the more you watch, the more stuff you can get from their store. Like I said, they've got the movies. They got Red Sun. I just watched all this All-Star Supermans, all Batman vs. Robins. There is a ton of stuff on DC Universe, which we
don't get paid by them to advertise.
No,
this,
and we don't.
Yes.
So I mean, it's just I did that because it is a
good
service I do enjoy.
You're good.
You're showing everybody your private information here, dude.
And
Scott
all my private information.
His
so
home address,
if you haven't,
his email password, which is Scott Loves Anal.
So go ahead over to
at gmail.com.
So check out our YouTube channel, watch the show where all my private information has now just been shared online.
Yes, I'd say they'd steal your money, but you have none. So
I guess there's not really that much.
Steal my credit, because that way you can maybe pay my bills, because I definitely don't.
Yes. Maybe you can fix his credit if you steal his identity. So identity thieves, please
that would be great if someone stole your identity and improved her credit score.
At this point, I think there's only one way to go.
That's the only way it can go at this point.
Oh my God. Okay, so Scott is actually about to review something, which is important.
Shocking.
He doesn't watch anything. Eric Andre, who is on Disenchanted. I don't know. It's a shitty show.
He also has the Eric Andre show.
Nobody cares. Eric Andre has a comedy special on Netflix called Legalize Everything, and I'm never going to watch it because this dude looks really stupid.
Is he a good stand-up? I think he's funny in he reminds me of Tom Green in a way, where he's just like weird and interrupting and never really has like a point to anything.
He is outrageous. He's not a great stand-up writer. He's decent on stage. He has a lot of energy. He holds the crowd. At one point, he jumps on somebody's lap. So he's a more of a shock comic. If you ever watch the Eric Andre show on Adult Swim, that's kind of the humor that this carries. It's just a bunch of drug stories. It's a bunch of outrageous things. At the end, he steals somebody's phone from the audience and calls their mom. You know, it's a lot of just crazy, out of control, inappropriate, not for children style stuff. It's funny at times. At other times, it's just so much where it's like, okay, this is just the same thing. Him screaming like a maniac over and over and over again. So it was a good watch, but if you're not, it's either going to hit your style of comedy or it's not. And it's going to miss it absolutely, completely. There's no in the middle with this special. You're either going to love it or you're going to absolutely hate it.
So you're either an Eric Andre fan or you're not.
Pretty much. When it comes down to pretty much, that's what it is. If you're a fan of his, you're going to enjoy this. And if not, then you're going to absolutely hate this stand-up.
Rotten Tomatoes had the user reviews at 40%.
Like 40%. There was no critic reviews. No one's reviewing it because I've never even heard of it, because this guy probably sucks.
Oh, he's not, because he's not a mainstream guy. He had a show on Adult Swim. He was a voice on the what we were talking about a second ago. You
Disenchantment.
Said on Disenchantment.
Said it 10 times.
He's not. I don't listen to what he says, so it really doesn't matter. So no, he's not a huge name. But the people that know him do watch it. So you do have people out there that are rating it. But yeah, like I said, if you're not a fan of his, you're not going to enjoy this special.
He's kind of, I think he's connected with Tim and Eric as well. So it's kind of that like abstractist sense of humor where it's like just extremely bizarre and out there. I know he's friends with Hannibal Buress, and I guess Hannibal Buress is a bigger and more famous stand-up than he is. But when he does his late show, Hannibal Buress is his sidekick. So it's a little weird to see a more famous and more competent stand-up. I mean, I don't know. be the co-host on his show. So it's interesting.
But a lot of, and this next part I stole from somebody, a lot of what made the show funny was a lot of the editing, a lot of the writing in it. It wasn't necessarily his stand-up and his reaction and everything else. So now that you don't have a whole team behind him editing a show together and making cuts and doing stuff like that, it's not as funny. So it really is going to be hit or miss for a lot of people. And like I said, if you're not a fan of his, don't bother checking it out because you're not going to enjoy this. But you are a fan of Eric Andre and this work he does, definitely check it out because it's something that you kind of sit there and watch with your mouth agape. Like, okay, that was an interesting story.
So pass. Well, I feel like we should finish up with a tease of one of our upcoming projects, which is a Last of Us 2 final review.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to dive deep, go spoiler, and the most controversial game released this year, probably the most controversial game released in a long time that I can think of. And Noob and I are going to sit down and have a discussion about it, and we're going to dive deep, and we're going to go hard and see just how controversial it was. If you watched our previous walkthroughs, we stopped at one of the most controversial moments. And
very early on.
We're going to break it all down. We went about, 2.5, 3 hours in to
yes,
the game.
I went all the way in. I went deep. I finished.
Went so deep, it took him 35 hours to complete a 20-hour game.
It was a long time. I didn't watch any of it, so I hope you guys did good. I mean, I'm rooting for.
I just realized.
Oh,
look at our logo. Reviews is spelled wrong.
Oh, Scott!
Wow!
Did you misspell reviews?
Wow!
Wow! Has that been like that the entire time?
That's been like that for a while.
Oh my God!
Episodes you've been spelling reviews wrong.
Wow! Holy shit!
That's amazing.
Wow!
That is
I wish I paid
hilarious.
attention more because I would have caught that. But Scott went.
That's been how long? How long has it been since I pulled this logo together? It's been at least 2 months.
If I were to steal a quote from Tropic Thunder, you never go full retard.
No.
And Scott just went full retard.
It's been that way.
You know what? That's not the first time I've switched the E and the I in something that I've done.
Spell check.
Yeah, spell check helps.
Spell check.
I've misspelled edited a few times, even when I was the one doing the
Christmas.
editing.
Has that really been like that the entire time? Like all of our episodes?
Probably.
Let's quit.
So anyway, Doc does say that you apparently have. Oh my God, Bootleg's going to trademark reviews right now. He's going to steal it from us. Anyway, you implanted BBC in Doc's brain, as well as Baby Yoda will replace you for future reference. Again, we just want to thank him for his contributions. Thank you, sir.
Yes, thank you, Baby
We
Yoda.
appreciate all that you've done. Do not even touch Baby Yoda.
Oh yeah.
Just keep your hands.
Baby Yoda
to
loves
yourself.
his nipples touched.
I don't think so.
God, they're so fucking hard right now. Oh wait, what is that, Baby Yoda? You want to play Dragon Ball Z together?
Oh
my God, Baby Yoda! Woo! Baby Yoda! Oh my God, take off your pants! Baby
No!
So, if you like what you hear this week, head on over to Instagram at ork_u to join the fun there. Go to facebook.com/our reviews will kill you.
Baby
Go
Yoda's getting hard. He's got a sideways penis.
Go to youtube.com/our reviews will kill you if you listen to us on our iTunes, Google, or Stitcher stream. And if you listen to us on iTunes, make sure you go over and listen to us on the podcast. And make sure you join us on Friday nights. The chat was open. It was going tonight. Thank you, Doc. Thank you, Bootleg. Thank you, Interesting.
Ron Cole.
Thank you, Ron
Rita.
Cole. Thank you, all of you who jumped in on the chat. It was fun having you with us.
Bootleg.
And as always,
Not interesting.
OrkU is brought to you for free. Thanks to ScottWillKillYou.com, the home of all the videos, the music, the podcast, the content. Scott will kill you with misspellings.
Now I'm so depressed to say goodbye to our loving audience, our friends and fans out there. So from all of us here at Our Reviews Will Kill You, to all of y'all at home, we love y'all. Stay safe. Enjoy the 4th. We love y'all.